Imagine a landscape of unimaginable cold, where the sun vanishes for months and the wind howls like a hungry wolf. A place where survival seems impossible. Yet for millennia, one people have not only endured but thrived in this frozen realm, the Inuit. For centuries, the Arctic has been a siren's call to explorers from distant lands. Drawn by the allure of discovery and the Northwest Passage, these adventurers arrived with ships laden with supplies and unwavering confidence. But time and again, they met with a chilling fate. Men like Sir John Franklin, leading expeditions armed with the best technology of their age, perished in the icy grip of the North. Their stories are etched in history, tales of starvation, desperation, and ultimately death. But what was the difference? Why did these explorers, equipped with superior tools and resources, fail where the Inuit succeeded? The answer lies not in technology, but in knowledge. The Inuit possessed a deep, intimate understanding of the Arctic environment, honed over generations of experience. They read the ice like a map, hunted with unparalleled skill, and built shelters that defied the brutal elements. They understood the language of the land, a language the explorers never learned. In this documentary, Arctic Survival, How the Inuit Thrived Where Explorers Perished, we delve into this stark contrast. Through stunning visuals and expert analysis, we'll uncover the secrets of Inuit survival, exploring their ingenious hunting techniques, their ingenious use of resources, and their profound connection to the Arctic world. Join us as we journey to the top of the world to understand how cultural knowledge and adaptation allowed one people to flourish, while others tragically succumbed to the unforgiving Arctic. For centuries, it haunted the dreams of explorers. The Northwest Passage, a fabled sea route connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans through the treacherous Arctic. Visions of lucrative trade with the East fueled relentless expeditions, each pushing further into the icy unknown. Men like Martin Frobisher in the 1570s, driven by the promise of gold, faced unimaginable hardship and returned with fool's gold. Later, in the 19th century, Sir John Franklin, with 2 ships and 129 men, vanished without a trace, his expedition becoming a chilling testament to the Arctic's unforgiving nature. These voyages, driven by ambition and fueled by a profound misunderstanding of the environment, ended in tragedy. They sought to conquer the Arctic, not to understand it, and the Arctic in its silent, glacial way refused to be conquered. The search for this mythical passage became a graveyard of dreams and a stark reminder of human vulnerability. While European explorers perished, the Inuit thrived. For millennia, they had not just survived but flourished in this same Arctic wilderness. Theirs was a world built on intricate knowledge, a deep understanding of animal behavior, weather patterns, and the subtle nuances of the land. Where explorers saw a barren wasteland, the Inuit saw a landscape teeming with resources. They knew how to hunt seals beneath the ice, build shelters from snow, and navigate by the stars. The explorers, armed with European technology and assumptions, dismissed this knowledge as primitive. They relied on wool clothing that froze solid, brought insufficient food supplies, and were unfamiliar with the local terrain. This fundamental disconnect, a chasm between inherited wisdom and arrogant ignorance, determined who lived and who died in the Arctic's embrace. In the Arctic, clothing is not merely a matter of comfort. It is a matter of survival. The Inuit understood this implicitly. Their garments, meticulously crafted from caribou, seal, and even polar bear skins, were masterpieces of thermal engineering. Layers of fur, strategically positioned with the fur facing inwards to trap body heat and outwards to repel snow and wind, created a microclimate of warmth. They understood the importance of ventilation to prevent sweating, which could lead to deadly hypothermia. In stark contrast, the European explorers favored wool, a material that, when wet, lost its insulating properties and became a conductor of cold. The difference was profound. The Inuit could withstand blizzards in relative comfort, while the explorers were constantly battling the crippling effects of the cold. Clothing, for the Inuit, was a second skin, an essential shield against the Arctic's relentless assault. The igloo, far from being a simple snow hut, is an architectural marvel, a testament to the Inuits' ingenuity and deep understanding of physics. Constructed from carefully cut blocks of snow, arranged in a spiral, the igloo utilizes the insulating properties of compacted snow and the structural integrity of a dome to create a remarkably warm and stable shelter. The slightly elevated sleeping platform traps warm air, while a small entrance tunnel prevents cold air from rushing in. Inside, temperatures can rise significantly above freezing, even when the outside temperature plummets to minus 40 degrees Celsius. Explorers, often dismissive of Inuit building techniques, preferred tents that offered little protection from the wind and cold. The igloo, a symbol of Inuit resilience, stands as a silent rebuke to the explorers' misplaced confidence. While European explorers struggled with starvation and scurvy, the Inuit thrived on a diet rich in marine mammals. Seals, whales, and fish provided essential calories, fats, and vitamins. The Inuit understood how to extract every ounce of nutrition from these animals, consuming organs and blubber, which are rich in vitamin C, a crucial nutrient lacking in the explorers' dried rations. Explorers often relied on salted meats and biscuits, which provided little sustenance and led to debilitating scurvy, a disease caused by vitamin C deficiency. By the time Franklin's men succumbed to starvation, they likely suffered from severe scurvy, further impairing their ability to hunt and survive. The Inuit diet, a product of generations of adaptation and observation, was a critical element in their Arctic success. The icy waters of the Arctic presented a formidable challenge, but the Inuit met it with ingenuity. The kayak, a sleek, single-person vessel crafted from sealskin stretched over a wooden frame, was a hunting marvel. Its lightweight design and maneuverability allowed hunters to silently approach seals and whales. The umiak, a larger, open boat, also made of sealskin, served as a family transport and was used for whaling expeditions. These watercraft were perfectly adapted to the Arctic environment, allowing the Inuit to exploit the rich resources of the sea. The explorers, burdened by heavy, unwieldy wooden boats, struggled to navigate the ice-choked waters, often finding themselves trapped and helpless. The kayak and the umiak, more than just boats, were extensions of the Inuit themselves, tools that transformed them into masters of their marine environment. Inuit hunting was not simply about killing animals. It was about understanding them. Generations of observation had given them intimate knowledge of animal behavior, migration patterns, and vulnerabilities. They developed sophisticated hunting techniques, using harpoons with detachable heads to hunt seals, bows and arrows to hunt caribou, and ingenious traps to catch fish and birds. The explorers, often relying on crude weaponry and brute force, were woefully unprepared for the challenges of Arctic hunting. Their guns often misfired in the cold, and they lacked the patience and skill to stalk their prey effectively. For the Inuit, hunting was a sacred act, a delicate balance between survival and respect for the animal kingdom. It was a dance of precision and resourcefulness, where knowledge was the most powerful weapon. Across the vast, frozen expanse of the Arctic, the dog sled was more than just a mode of transportation. It was a lifeline. The Inuit developed a profound relationship with their dogs, breeding and training them to pull sleds across the harshest terrain. These teams were incredibly reliable, capable of traveling long distances and navigating through blizzards. The Inuit possessed the skills to build sturdy sleds from bone, wood, and frozen fish, adapting them to the specific needs of the journey. Explorers attempted to replicate this success, but often failed to understand the nuances of dog handling and sled construction. Their dogs often perished from exhaustion or starvation, and their sleds broke under the strain. The dog sled, a symbol of Inuit resilience, underscores the importance of adaptation and the symbiotic relationship between humans and animals in the Arctic environment. This synergy allowed them to thrive where others faltered. The Arctic is a landscape of constant change. Ice shifts, animal migrations fluctuate, and weather patterns are notoriously unpredictable. For the Inuit, survival wasn't about brute force, it was about adaptability. They possessed a deep understanding of their environment, observing subtle shifts in animal behavior and ice conditions that often went unnoticed by outsiders. This intimate knowledge fueled constant innovation. The design of the kayak, for instance, was not static. Each boat was meticulously crafted and customized for specific hunting conditions. If the wind changed, so did the sail. If the ice thickened, so did the sled runners. This constant refinement, passed down through generations, was the key to thriving in a world that demanded flexibility. From developing ingenious methods for preserving food during lean times to crafting warm, breathable clothing from animal skins, the Inuit demonstrated an unparalleled capacity to adapt and innovate, ensuring their survival in the face of relentless environmental challenges. Their very existence is a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. In 1845, Sir John Franklin, a seasoned explorer, set out to chart the Northwest Passage with two ships, HMS Erebus and HMS Terror, and 129 men. Equipped with the latest technology of the time, steam engines, tinned food, and libraries, the expedition seemed destined for success. Yet, within a few years, it vanished without a trace. The Franklin expedition stands as a stark reminder of the dangers of arrogance and a failure to learn from indigenous knowledge. Relying on technology and preconceived notions, Franklin and his crew largely ignored the Inuit they encountered. They dismissed their hunting techniques, their clothing designs, and their warnings about the unpredictable ice conditions. Instead, they clung to familiar European methods, weighed down by tons of unnecessary equipment and food that ultimately proved poisonous due to lead contamination. This hubris, combined with a lack of crucial survival skills, sealed their fate. The tragedy of the Franklin expedition serves as a powerful example of what happens when cultural arrogance trumps common sense. The contrasting fates of the Inuit and the Franklin expedition offer a profound lesson. Respect for indigenous knowledge is paramount to survival in extreme environments. The Inuit thrived for millennia by adapting to their surroundings and embracing the wisdom passed down through generations. They understood the nuances of the land, the behavior of animals, and the rhythms of the seasons. The Franklin expedition, on the other hand, perished because it failed to acknowledge and learn from this invaluable knowledge. Their tragedy underscores the importance of humility and a willingness to embrace alternative perspectives. In an era of increasing environmental challenges, the lessons of the Arctic are more relevant than ever. We must learn to listen to the voices of indigenous peoples, whose deep connection to the land offers crucial insights into sustainable living and resilience. The survival of the Inuit is not just a story of the past. It's a blueprint for the future, a testament to the enduring power of adaptation and the importance of respecting the wisdom of those who know the land best. The story of the Inuit and the European explorers is more than just a tale of survival. It's a powerful lesson in the importance of understanding and respecting indigenous knowledge. While the explorers arrived with assumptions and a reliance on methods ill-suited to the Arctic, the Inuit possessed a deep connection to the land, their wisdom passed down through generations, a blueprint for thriving in a seemingly uninhabitable environment. They demonstrated that true strength lies not just in technology, but in the ability to adapt, to learn from the land, and to live in harmony with nature. In a world facing unprecedented environmental challenges, the Inuits' traditional knowledge offers invaluable insights. Their sustainable practices, their deep understanding of climate patterns, and their ability to navigate change can inform our own efforts to adapt to a rapidly changing world. As we grapple with the effects of climate change, the Inuits' legacy serves as a reminder of the power of resilience, adaptability, and the profound wisdom held within indigenous cultures. The Arctic may be changing, but the lessons learned from the Inuit will endure, guiding us towards a more sustainable and harmonious future. Their story will echo through time as we face the new challenges ahead.